Preach, Pastor.
This is what Hannah was. Hannah went down to the temple, went down to the church house, prayed day in and day out. And said, God, if you only bless me with a son, I'll give him back to you. But Lord, I need you to bless me with him. She felt as though God did not hear her prayer. But mothers, let me tell you this morning, God hears your prayer. The nights you cry praying for your sons out on the streets and your daughters on the streets. The nights you pray and moan all night and travail and wrestle with God. God hears everything.
Amen.
It may not happen in the morning like the old folks say, but it always happens right on time. The womb of Hannah had been closed, and she was dealing with this for some years. She was married, and her husband had another wife who was productive with having children and bringing him new life. Something about a man and a piece of life that's brought to him in a world. It makes a father feel proud to have an offspring that belongs to his line. It makes a mother feel even better when she can give that father something that he's looking for. But Hannah felt as though she was not worthy. Felt as though she was not good enough, that she was inadequate to bring forth life into the world. But Hannah prayed. She never stopped praying. When people were wondering what's going on with your Hannah, I'm praying. That's what's going on. You're walking around and you're not talking to nobody. I'm praying to God so that he will hear. What Hannah didn't understand is that when she first prayed to God, God heard her prayer.
Amen. Amen.
She didn't have to do it over and over, because the first time you pray, God hears everything. You don't have to make it repeat it to God, because God knows all that we need and desire. You make your desires known and God hears everything. Hannah said, I'm going to pray until something happens.
Amen.
You know that acronym PUSH? Pray until something happens. Well, this is what Hannah was doing. Hannah was going to the temple, praying day and night. Hannah was praying at home. Hannah was praying in the streets. Hannah was praying in her sleep, praying at dinner, praying while she cooked, praying while she looked at the other wife with her children, praying and praying. And say, God, if you give me a son, I'll offer him back unto you. More like what we do nowadays. God, if you would touch my child. God, if you would deliver my child. God, if you would heal my child. I'll make sure that they offer themselves back unto you. One thing we have to understand is that we have to offer them to Christ as children. Don't wait until they become young adults or adults and say, well, I'm going to offer them to you. Now it's out of your control to offer anybody to Christ. The only thing you can do is preach the word and give them instruction on what to do. But yet when they are babes, you can offer them unto Christ and say, God, this is yours. This is where they belong. The Bible says, train up a child in the way they should go, and when they're old and not, you call them. Well, preacher, you say that, everybody quotes it and totes it. Everybody who was raised up in the church don't always end up in the church. You must apply something to it. Your children see you as an example. Proverbs 31 talks about how children praise their mother. A noble character, one who is far worthy, more valuable than rubies, diamonds, or gold. Talks about how the husband will praise her because of her works. How the children will praise her because of her works towards them. A mother must be caring. A must that she must have. She must be caring. A mother must be compassionate and tender-hearted. A mother must be able to instruct her children even when daddy can't calm down and instruct them. A mother nurtures the children when daddy might want to whip them with a belt. But a mother has that more compassion in her. A mother deals with them on a different level. A mother will go down to the nitty-gritty, down to the skin and bones for her child. This is what Hannah was doing. Even though she had no child yet, Hannah was going down so far as though she had a son. She was going through and said, God, if you bless me with him, I'll offer him back unto you. Let's look at it a little bit. Say, I do believe our mothers value so much the future of their family. Mothers value that. Mothers value where their children are headed. Mothers value the road that their children are traveling. Even though the children don't listen all the time, mother sees some things that children cannot see. I remember as a young teen, my mother used to always tell me about different people in the church. Different people around me. She said, they after you. They don't mean you no good. Oh, please, come on now. That's my brother, that's my sister. She said, all right, a mother knows. A mother knows something. A mother knows when people are after her children are trying to get them. The children are too blind, dumb, and stupid to see what's going on. A mother knows.
Come on.
These things. I hope I'm talking to somebody else. God heard her prayer. God heard her prayer. After some time of praying and seeking God on this thing and going through some things, her husband even asked, is it that much to you that you have a son? Does it mean to you that much that you bear me a child, that you would go without eating, you would go without sleeping, you would go without doing your normal routine? Why? Because you want something from God. You know, we have to come to the point to realize in our own lives that when there is something that we desire of God, everything else is obsolete to the situation.
Amen.
Everything else goes on the back burner until you receive from God that which you need. We're talking about a womb here. A womb is a valuable piece on the body. The womb is something that brings forth life like no other can bring it forth. The womb is where life is formed and life takes form and the body is developed and it comes forth. The womb is where the love and nurture comes in. Inside the womb, you're fed. Inside the womb, you're healed.
Come on.
Inside the womb, you're spiritually developed. There's something about the womb. But Hannah's womb was closed. So Hannah felt as though there was nothing worthy inside of her womb. Hannah felt as though there was nothing worthy about her because her womb was shut tight. She felt as though there was nothing special about her. And God had forgot all about her. You know when you get to that point in life and you feel as though God has forgotten all about you. And then you turn around and God says, I got you now.
Amen.
I got you now. I'm going to open up a door. I'm going to give you that thing that you desire. Why? Because you chased after me until you got it. We got to run after God until we get what we need. Don't just stop. I'll continue to walk in the faith. God has given us. I got something here I want to tell us. But there's something special about the womb. And see, the womb is open all around us. Because the womb has brought forth life all around us. The womb has brought forth good life. The womb has brought forth bad life. The womb has even brought forth death. Now what happens when your womb brings forth